This financial literacy thing is like everything. Black people, because we're trying to get rich quick. We're so frustrated. We're trying to find a way, and because we're financially literate, we're complete targets.
Really hard financial truths that are probably going to make you uncomfortable, but they just might save you. Your dream life is possible, but not with your current financial habits. If you don't take the time to understand money, you will spend your life working for someone who does. Financial stress, it's self-inflicted. You can't.
What up, dude? This your boy Peanut, the People's Nut, the practitioner of life, giving helpful advice. And we back with another one. Man, today we're going to talk about fake influencers and actual learning financial literacy that actually works for a lot of people. The truth of the matter, most of us won't get rich. Most of us won't make it to a certain level. But if you follow certain steps, you can make it to a different economic class. And you have so many fake influencers and money people nowadays trying to teach people how to make money. And they don't start with the first thing, or the first rule for financial freedom is basically financial discipline, knowing where your dollars are going and how you're spending it.
I'm 54, and if you're younger than me, here's some really hard financial truths that are probably going to make you uncomfortable, but they just might save you. Your dream life is possible, but not with your current financial habits. If you need a payment plan to afford it, you can't afford it. You're not saving money when you buy something on sale. You still spent, you just spent less. If you don't control your money, someone else will. And guess what? They're not going to use it in your best interest. A credit card is not an emergency fund. If you don't take the time to understand money, you will spend your life working for someone who does. Financial stress, it's self-inflicted. You can't retire on vibes and optimism. You're going to have to work until you die if you don't start investing. Your bank account reflects your choices, not your excuses. You don't believe me? Take a look. Every dollar you spend is a vote for the life that you're building. What are you voting for? Security or poverty? You don't need a financial miracle. You need financial discipline. Stop praying for money and begin managing what you have. Your future is being sold off one impulse purchase at a time, and you will never escape the cycle of being broke until you admit that you are the problem. Hope that helps.
Really looking at your relationship with being a consumer and being a producer. Most people consume. Even these internet financial gurus and financial influencers, they're consuming more to portray a lifestyle, to teach you how to get there, and that's not true. But let's jump into it and listen to what John Brian Hope has to say. This is a man that has made millions and made a name for himself. So I'm pretty sure that he's going to give you sound advice on financial literacy.
All these so-called fake influencers talking about money like it ain't nothing when they don't have any money themselves. I mean, somebody selling you books and tapes to tell you how to get rich. I mean, just knock it off. Like this one brother, my brother Roland Martin and I were talking about this one brother. I don't want to blow him up because I think he means well, but he was saying, $100,000 is not nothing. What are you talking about? What world do you live in? I'm rich, and I'm telling you $100,000. I'm actually wealthy, and I don't throw around $100,000. I mean, I pay very few of my employees $100,000. It requires a significant achievement. So to say that $100,000 is not nothing, what are you smoking? The wealthiest country in the world, the sole superpower in the world, right, is $45,000.
We see this all day online where people keep talking about $100,000 ain't nothing because everybody is rich online. But contrary to popular belief, everybody isn't rich. Because just because you're able to flash money and dress a certain way does not necessarily mean you're rich. Tell these people, let's look at your P&L sheets. Let's see how your debt to income ratio looks like. Because a lot of these people flash, but they're be broke as hell. That's why the average American can make $100,000 a year and still be poor or living paycheck to paycheck. It's because of their relationship with money and their understanding with money. But like he said, most of these people are getting rich by selling you courses and books on how to get rich. So you got to pay attention, man. Especially us blacks, man. They be preying on our economic desperation. That's why you got all these scammers. That's why you got a lot of people that fall for these get rich quick schemes, because they don't understand money or have any financial literacy, and they're desperate. So they're willing to try to hit a home run.
American, there are only 6% of African Americans, 4% below 10%, who make $100,000 a year. And now if you have a bachelor's degree, an advanced degree, then that increases to 16%. But if you have less than a bachelor's degree, like some education above high school, that degree decreases to 2%. So who are you out here saying that, you know, $100,000 is not a lot? Or ladies, you're saying you won't marry a dude unless he makes six figures. You may be alone for your whole life, and you may walk right past the dude who eats this for dinner. Now, I'm sitting in a multi-million-dollar house, right, on acres, and I'm whoever I am, right? It's easy to check me out. I can afford to eat what I want. I'm eating chicken pot pie tonight, by choice, right? I'm not throwing away money. I enjoy my chicken pot pie. Now, I eat healthy and balanced and all that kind of stuff. But at the moment, I wouldn't got my own can of chicken pot pie, open it up myself with my can opener. There's no fake people feeding me and, you know, and putting stuff in my mouth and, you know, a bunch of folks waiting on me. I'm a multi-million-dollar situation, and I'm serving myself a chicken pot pie, and you need to learn that too. Places to get my coffee, I make it my Keurig coffee maker right here, just like you should. It's not about what you make, it's about what you keep. And we're not keeping enough, and we are trying to impress people we don't know with money we don't have, to impress them about things that don't matter, with folks who don't care about you one little bit, right? And all these folks who say that you can't do this and you shouldn't do that are not living your life, and they need to get out of your head. You've got to get yourself some financial literacy. You've got to sober up and calm the hell down. Like, I'm really concerned about this entire generation who thinks that money grows on trees. No, if you're making $45,000, $50,000 a year, $75,000 a year, but you're flossing with Louis Vuitton and Gucci and all this kind of stuff and a fancy car, you're living on credit, debt. And if your outflow exceeds your inflow, then your overhead will be your downfall. And I'm trying to save you. Go see my Hope Financial Coach today. Go get that financial literacy book, for Financial Literacy for All, that I wrote today, and become a master at it.
Like he said, if your outflow exceeds your inflow, you're living on debt. Most Americans do live on a lot of debt. If you look at the consumer debt, man, it is crazy out here how much people live on debt to, like he said, try to impress people that you don't know, that really don't care. That was something that my mom drilled into me at a young age. So I am not really a big consumer, but I do like to buy nice things, and I like nice things, but I understand how money works. If I'm not able to buy it twice, or I don't really care to impress other people with my purchases, if I like it and I want to buy it, I'm going to buy it. A quick story time about if you make the right choices. And like he said earlier in the video, it takes a substantial amount of achievement to make it to a certain level. My first job, when I first started working when I was 13, 14, was cutting grass on the weekends. I didn't have much to offer the market, which was my skills, my labor, my time. So I used to make $150 every weekend. And that was enough for me, because I did not want to go to high school without having name brand clothes, because my mother was not buying me name brand clothes. So I refused to go to high school without any name brand clothes. So I got out there and I got a job. And then from there, I started to build up my work history. I started to work at Foot Locker in the 10th grade. So then I was able to barter and trade with other people. Like, I used to give out my discount to these females that worked at this apparel store that was able to get me high-end clothes. And then you just network from there. And then as time went on and I acquired more skills, I started working at AutoZone. I learned how to work on cars and do more things and market myself to make more money. And then from AutoZone, I was like, yo, I'm ready. So I jumped into getting my CDL to learn to trade at 21. And then from there, it started to build.
It's prestigious as saying my son is an architect rather than saying my son's a trucker. Second to none, motherfucker. Excuse my French, I'm sorry.
We're not like the other truckers out there.
So cliche. Every truck driver has some of this crap. Y'all know we keep it real fast.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
Fast paced, man. Different cities, different states. Detroit, Cleveland, Philly, Manhattan. Then from Virginia, they trying to get us to Atlanta. Then from Atlanta, it's Orlando. That's why I say we semi-celebrities. Semi-celebrities. Me and Frankie, we found out that we like trucking. You know, we both was in it to really do something big.
So the moral of the story is the more you're able to offer the market is going to reward you with pay. But that's not necessarily always true. But you definitely need to offer something valuable to the market, and the market will reward you. You just don't pull $100,000 out and expect it to expect it to make money like that. And stop letting these internet folks get into your head telling you that $100,000 ain't nothing. Hell, if you're making $60,000 a year, you're doing better than most people, especially when you start to travel and look around the world.
That's why most most cryptocurrencies, there were 20,000 cryptocurrencies created. I believe it's 18,000 of them went bust. Who are the biggest investors? Black people, because we're trying to get rich quick. We're so frustrated. We're trying to find a way, and because we're financially illiterate, we're complete targets. I have no problem with cryptocurrency. Just don't use your rent money. But if you really want to be smart, go to the exchange system, the technology under blockchain technology, under the currency. That's the real deal. So there's a game that's being played, and we got to understand. Like, what are you doing? You're renting some with money you don't have and places that don't want you to impress people you don't know about shit that don't matter. Stop it, knock it off. That's low self-esteem. Go buy In the Hood, D-A-HOD, a hood adjacent. Buy the worst house in the best block. A hood in France is called Paris. A hood in the UK is called London. A hood in Turkey is called Istanbul. This is like inner city, centrally located real estate. And we're giving it away. Every hood in America is a gold mine. Between where we are and the airport is the next gold mine. Buy it and do not sell it.
I've been saying this for years, and my mom used to tell me this old saying that a lot of black people think that white people ice is colder. I don't get why don't we turn the hood into being the best place that you can possibly live by taking care of our property, and then that'll raise the property value, and then everybody will start to win. But like he said in the clip, a lot of these Bitcoins and all these scams, it targets us because of our economic desperation, that we're trying to skip steps instead of just learning the tricks and the trades of financial literacy to be able to better position ourselves and our people. But it all starts with educating ourselves and understanding credit, understanding tax codes, understanding income to debt ratio, understanding investments. Like, start investing, especially early on. I wish I learned how to do this early on. Investing into your 401k or whatever your job do matching you, because that's free money that a lot of us leave on the table. And then over a 10, 15 year, 20 year period, you can start to see that compound interest take effect and it start to grow. But a lot of us need or want that money now so we can impress people that we don't know, that don't like us, so we can go get the latest Jordans or buy the next Owl sign or get some Cartiers or some Woods. You know what I mean? If you're from Detroit, you know what I'm talking about. But that is not a great financial plan.
Business is not personal. Capitalism is a gladiator sport. We got to get out of this emotion stuff. We got to get to the debate. We don't own enough stocks. We don't own enough bonds. We don't own enough homes. Most of our businesses are sole proprietorship. This is royalty right here. You have, I don't know, a dozen people here. You with a fool cruiser or two.
Bro.
So, yeah, all money is freedom.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So money as a mechanism is freedom, but you get money through wealth. And 96% of black businesses don't have an employee. 96%. We've got this 1 million black business initiative at Operation Hope. So I've directed $4.5 billion of capital through Operation Hope, one of my entities, into underserved neighborhoods. I have millions of clients. We're financial coaching people, getting their credit score up, their debt down, their savings up, right? I was like, let me think about this for a minute. So I sent him a letter, and I said, help me create a 1 million black businesses camp.
Right.
And I heard nothing. So after about a week, I wrote him a note, and I said, man, look, Toby, thanks for asking, brother. Really appreciate you for caring. I recognize you didn't respond, so you're not interested. We'll see. I'll see you around. We'll do something else down the road. Talk without being offensive. Listen without being defensive. Always leave even your adversary with their dignity. Because if you don't, they'll spend the rest of their life working to make you miserable. It becomes personal. He wasn't my adversary. He didn't give me the response I wanted. How am I going to respond to that? I decided to respond by being gracious. Don't worry, Toby. I thank you for asking. I'm good. Because I responded that way, he responded and said, John, what are you talking about? I said yes. I said yes a week ago. I went to my spam folder. It was an email in there, 2 lines. We're committing $130 million over 10 years. Imagine if I had cursed him out. Imagine if I went crazy. I knew you didn't care. I knew you. Calm, just like you, calm. The program did so well last December 2024, after the presidential election. Shopify put up another $60 million. So now it's $190 million. So my team asked them like 2 weeks ago, are you good with everything going on in America? They're like, this ain't got nothing to do with DE&I.
Right.
Like he said, man, some of us black people in these black businesses, we get too emotional with it and we're like, oh, man, I don't want to do business. And you just make it hard for yourself to actually partner with people and get ahead. And like he said, just don't take it personal. How he handled that situation was probably the best way to handle that situation, because you don't know in the future that person like, oh, I didn't like the way he spoke to me when I didn't get back to him at a certain timely fashion. And we see how some of these black businesses, when they feel like they get slighted, that most recent one where that girl accidentally sent the Cash App to the wrong person and that girl snatched her hair. It could have been a better way to handle that, where she didn't have to go to that extreme because she felt slighted. Like, I get it. No one likes to feel like somebody is stealing from them. Another quick story time to talk on financial literacy and everything. I was recently, as you can see, this is my hospital bed. I was recently in a motorcycle head-on collision. The reason why they tell you to have financial literacy and put certain things into place is so that when life happens, life doesn't happen all at once and hurt you at a big thing. So because I'm able to generate income from my job and the other things I do, I can pay for insurance for my bike that has full coverage. I have medical insurance that I'm not going to drown in medical bills. And if I need to take time off of work, I have enough in my savings, in my emergency savings account, to be able to live until I figure out or until I heal. But if I didn't have all of those things in place, I remember when I got into an accident when I was 19, my first car and everything, it was devastating. I had money to fix my car. I had no fault insurance, so it was just my fault at that point. I didn't have no savings, but luckily I was still living at home with my mom, so I was eating off of her. It was just a lot of stuff I did not have in place that made it worse. So fast forward today, that I have some of those things in place. I have so much in place for myself to protect myself and insulate myself from financial hardship that I don't have to worry or have to be stressed out about how I'm gonna get to work, how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna pay for the repairs, how that was my only car. So when he say having financial literacy and making sure that you're saving, making sure that you're doing the necessary things to put yourself in a better position, and not just so you can flex on people, but you have to understand finances and how financial literacy works, and how credit works, and how investing in the stock market works. But comment down below, what did you learn today about financial literacy, and what are the 3 steps and goals that you're going to start taking towards being more financially free, so you can have the freedom to choose and move around, because that's all money is. Money just allows you freedom. It's a tool to allow you freedom to do what you want to do. But make sure you comment down below. This your boy Peanut, the People's Nut. Until next time, peace.